salutations. Welcome to another exciting episode of ARTiculation Radio. I am your hostess, the eternally grateful Goddess Sage. You know how we do things here at ARTiculation Radio. We will kick off the top of the day's episode by taking a quick glance at the news headlines. And today's news segment is sponsored by bepublished.org. And here are three of the headlines I saw today, Monday, May 20, 2019, when visiting elitevaluesnews.com. In education, the Ohio Principal Evaluation System, OPES, holds a workshop for superintendents and principals from 8:30 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. at Houston Early Learning Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. In religion, Fervent 2.0 with Priscilla Shire starts at 7 p.m. at First Baptist Jackson in Jackson, Mississippi. And in sports, it's the Philadelphia Phillies challenging the Chicago Cubs at 7 p.m. at Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois. And those are three of the headlines I saw when visiting elitevaluesnews.com. How about you head on over right now and see what headlines you see?
Looking to get the latest news? Visit Elite Values. EliteValuesNews.com has all the latest news and information. Check out the headlines daily. EliteValuesNews.com for all of your latest news.
Do you want to be published? Are you looking for a high-quality, low-cost way to be published with a fast turnaround? Visit bepublished.org to publish today. www.bepublished.org. bepublished.org. Publish today. Books, movies, and music.
Listeners, we love you, we hear you, and I am definitely glad to be here with you today on another fresh episode of ARTiculation Radio. And on today's episode, we have for you not only some great music from indie artists, we also have a topic in store as well as some conversation. We're going to have an interview with a doer, with a move maker, and as you already know, somebody that you may or may not already know about. So maybe in addition to giving you some new music, I can also give you a new person as well as a new product or a new service. I'm not going to tell you what, but well, not yet. I'll tell you after I play a couple of songs. Let's roll.
Day I start my
ARTistreview.com. All artists need a platform. The Artist Review makes sure you have the one you need to put your work in front of your fans. ARTistreview.com. Artist, REVUE.com. From arranging art exhibitions to musical performances to radio interviews to so much more, the Artist Review helps your work get seen. ARTistrevue.com. ArtistReview.com. On today's episode of Articulation Radio, our topic is Awaking from Dreamland. And I'll be back to share my thoughts on that, as well as to introduce to you the guest that I will be talking to who will help you do just that. Have you always wanted to start a business but can't seem to get it off the ground? Call 972-880-8316 for your free initial consultation with a representative from The Conglomerate, or visit theconglomerate.work today to book your consultation in person. Theconglomerate.work, TheConglomerate.work, theconglomerate.work. Call 972-880-8316 to start your new business today. We kicked off today's episode of Articulation Radio with Good Morning Heartache by yours truly, Goddess Sage, with Myron Mills on piano. That was followed by Simple Soul 3 by Jonathan Yarpahag. Up next is Rifle by Stillness Speak.
Do you frequently shop online and you're looking for a new place to shop? Join the club, JeffersonTaylor.club, where models, designers, inventors, and other creators offer customers the best products at fair prices. Jefferson Taylor, JeffersonTaylor.club. Join the club. Shop today, JeffersonTaylor.club.
peoplewarmer.com. Book your travel today. peoplewarmer.com for wherever you want to stay. peoplewarmer.com wherever you want to play. peoplewarmer.com. Go see a concert today. peoplewarmer.com. Book everything you need. peoplewarmer.com. Go ahead. Please, please. You are listening to Articulation Radio. Head on over to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts.
You have a product? Let them help you increase sales. You have a video? Let them help you make it go viral. Peoplewarmers.com. peoplewarmers.com for all your advertising, marketing, and promotional needs. They also take care of events planning. peoplewarmers.com. Visit them today.
Up next is One True Vibe 1 by Martin Land. Now, before I tell you my thoughts on today's topic here on Articulation Radio, Awaking from Dreamland, let me tell you real quick about the person that I'll be interviewing a little later on in the show. Now, his name is K.L. Allen. He owns a company called Key Group LLC. Now, well, the company's name is Key Group. And of course, we know, yes, it is an LLC, but his website is keygroupllc.com. Now, through Key Group, Mr. Allen has helped so many different people as well as different companies and organizations to go ahead and take that step forward. He literally is a resource for dream fulfillment. He helps you out with entrepreneurship from all different directions, as you know, as well as his main thing, though, is that he helps others find the key to break free from whatever holds them back. And so you have to be sure, head on over right now, as a matter of fact, go over to keygroupllc.com, make contact, click on that contact page, do what you need to do to make contact with them, and go ahead and have you a list of questions that you already know that you want to ask when you do hear back from them. And even go ahead and if their site, because I don't
recall seeing any prices on it, but just in case you spend more time on it than I do and you find out prices, go ahead and retain him if you can. Go ahead and hire Key Group LLC to handle whatever it is that you need done, starting with getting that time to talk to them, to tell them what you want done, what it is you're already doing to accomplish that, and whatever it is that you keep running into, that's the wall, whatever this thing is that's holding you back. And of course, K.O. Allen and his staff will be able to help you come up with a plan to free you from whatever that is. But let me go ahead and tell you my thoughts real quick on awakening from dreamland. Now, I know that in the past, there have been various topics, and they all, yes, ultimately go back to the same thing, which is, hey, do whatever it is you want to do, no matter what, do despite, you all know that's my platform, do despite. But for awaking from dreamland, we know that first of all, we have to realize that we have the power to do that, because a lot of people think that when they're dreaming, they're out of control. They can't control what they're dreaming. The most they can do is just try to remember it, try to get whatever information from it or whatever. But no, you actually can be active in your dreams. You can do things and react, and no, you can take control in your dreams. And when you are awake, you can even manifest your dreams by literally taking control of your life, taking control of your reality. There's never a situation that we can ever find ourselves in where it's not a single thing that we can do, because people, if nothing else that I say, remember that the lack of action is still an active choice. And so you would think, oh, I didn't do anything. I'm not to blame. Yeah, maybe because you did not do anything, you are to blame. So no, just make it a point to awake from your dream state. Don't keep pointing a finger and blaming other people for things that are not going right for you. Don't say it's because this is happening that you're not doing so and so. Just do whatever it is that you want to do. Otherwise, again, like I told you before, just admit that you don't want to do it. But if you do want to do it, baby, please do it. But you first got to identify what it is you want to do. You have to accept the things that are in the way that's stopping you from doing it. And then, of course, come up with a plan to still counter those things, go around them, through them. My line, go over them, under them, through them, whatever you need to do, but don't let it stop you, continue moving forward. But you have to shake yourself out of this comfort zone that you're in. You have to quit expecting to get something without having to do something for it. You have to quit thinking that what you want to do is going to be easy. And while it, yes, will be easy once you do all the things that are done and you've mastered each step, then yes, it's easy then. But the easiest thing you can do right now is exactly what you are doing. If what you are doing is nothing, nothing is the easiest thing to do. But if you want to do something, accept that that's going to take work and be willing to put in the work. Shake yourself up, wake yourself up. Make sure that you are present, that you are being, and that you are active. Okay? And yes, then that yes, you're wide awake. You're not just lingering and lost in dream state. You are actively moving forward and not just saying what you want to do, but you are making happen what you want done. You're not just talking the talk. You literally are walking the walk. So go ahead, wake up, baby, and go ahead and take that run, take that walk, take that jog, or shoot, sit and talk. Just do whatever it is you need to do and want to do, but make sure that it's moving you forward. And if you're caught up in a loop, baby, break yourself free. It's one that you've created. And if not one that you can say that you've created or accept that you've created, it's one that you know for a fact you've allowed nonetheless. So fix that. Anyway, I'm going to roll on with the rest of the show, and I will be playing a few more songs for you, then come on with that interview, and then do a few more songs for you, and sadly say bye-bye. But let's keep it rolling for right now.
If you're looking for ghost writers, grant writers, technical writers, any kind of writers, go to the Writers Consortium. Their website is maryjefferson.us, MaryJefferson.us, the Writers Consortium, for all of your writing needs, proposals, grants, academic papers, whatever it is you dream of, ghostwriting. The Writers Consortium can help you achieve your goal.
I can't go on pretending I don't care. I can't go on pretending I don't care. But I'm trying to do the best I can. Try to do the best I can. Oh, trying to do the best I can. Cut it all. So instead I blush until I've had enough. You see right through me, you see. Such a shame for you. All my secrets are free, and I just wanna learn yours and absorb everything you mean. I can't go on I don't care, please forgive me. You're making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me, making me weak. You expect me to keep my composure and my exposure and on my toes, but I'm too vulnerable to disregard the danger of the deepest part of you. Oh, be merciful. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me, making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me, making me weak. I can't sleep. Oh, so deep. It's making me weak. It's so sweet. I can't think. Incomplete. It's making me weak. I can't eat. I can't sleep. It's so deep. Making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me, making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me, making me weak. I can't go on pretending I don't care. Please forgive me, making me weak.
That was My Favorite Weakness by Erica Johnson. Up next is I Got Doubts by Spring Gang featuring Vicky Fox.
Want to buy stocks, jewels, real estate, or other high-end items? Would you love to be able to contribute to charitable initiatives but cannot do these things with the money you currently have? Join Regal City Investment and Social Club, where you can pool money each month with other investors to make major purchases, give to the needy, and possibly turn a profit. www.regalcity.xyz. Become a Regal citizen today by joining Regal City Investment and Social Club. regalcity.xyz.
You always searching for a better thing, wanna replace me. I'm in a place that I've never been, it's worse than lonely. Cause someone tell me they see good in me, there's good in me. Cause I got doubts, I got doubts, I got doubts, yeah. Sometimes I wanna risk it all, since you left me. Struggle, baby, I see pain, cause I got nothing. Can someone tell me they see good in me, there's good in me. Cause I got doubts, I got doubts, I got doubts, yeah. Ooh, isn't it strange we turn to strangers? You've erased all your pictures on your phone. Ooh, your final words on a piece of paper. I don't love you anymore. Tell me there's good in me, cause I got doubts, I got doubts. Tell me there's good in me, cause I got doubts. Lose it all, I just wanna sin, stay lost in daydreams. And I never wanna have to fear, since you left me. Can someone tell me they see good in me, there's good in me. Cause I got doubts, I got doubts, I got doubts, yeah. Thinking that nobody can keep me safe, who's gonna want me? I drink and smoke just to numb the pain of being lonely. Can someone tell me they see good in me, there's good in me. Cause I got doubts, I got doubts, I got doubts, yeah. Ooh, isn't it strange we turn to strangers? You've erased all your pictures on your phone. Ooh, your final words on a piece of paper. I don't love you anymore. Tell me there's good in me, cause I got doubts, yeah. Tell me there's good in me, cause I got doubts, yeah. Tell me there's good in me, cause I got doubts, yeah. Tell me there's good in me, yeah, cause I got doubts,
Would you like for a motivational speaker to come to your company or organization to speak to your group? Visit lifespurposeministries.com. That's lifespurposeministries.com, or call 972-880-8316 to book your motivational speaker today. That's Life's Purpose Ministries, 972-880-8316. Book a lecturer today.
Articulation Radio is so pleased to have on the line with us today, people, Mr. K.L. Allen from the Key Group, from KeyGroupLLC.com. How are you doing today, Mr. Allen?
Hey, I'm doing outstanding. Great to be speaking with you today. How are you doing today?
Extremely well, and especially well, I should say, now that I'm talking to you, and we are about to have you to impart some of your not only great wisdom that you've shared with other people that have helped them, but some of your energizing and motivating words that you've been able to share with people. Because as we know, there are a lot of business consultants out there, a lot of people who even the listeners know, their own friends and family have even given them great advice that they just haven't taken. But you are one of those people who have been able to not only give people the great advice, but also motivate them to act upon it to where they're able to see the results. And so, of course, I'm especially happy to be talking to you because our people need that fire lit under them. Our listeners, most of the time, you know, they have all these great dreams and things that they want to achieve, but so I would just straight go there. My first question for you is, like, what is the first thing that you advise a person to do when they feel like they have all the info and they have the skills that are needed to start their business, but life and problems just keep them unable to actually start?
I think that's definitely a great place to start at. If there's someone that's listening to us right now that's thinking about starting that business, they think they have everything out, is, just write everything down and figure out a plan to execute. I mean, too many times I speak with clients who, like, man, I've had this plan 5 years ago. I've had this plan 2 years ago, and they did nothing with it. They never created a plan to execute. So I just tell people to execute it. If you're struggling with something, reach out, not just to me. Of course, selfishly, I'll say, hey, reach out to me. But me being a genuine person I am, just reach out to someone who can help you, give you genuine advice to move your dream to that next level, to make it reality, as life is short.
Yes. And people, as we know, time is our most precious commodity. This is the thing that no matter how we try to measure it, we never seem to have enough of it. And like he said, time is short. Make out that plan, write these things down, identify what you need to work on, and immediately start working on it. And if you need to ask for help from someone, ask them for the help, because the same people who gave you the info, I'm sure, would be willing to do anything else to help you, even if it's just volunteering a couple of hours a week to help you move that business forward by physically being there for whatever it is you need. But you have to have that already identified in order to let them know what you need, so that they can let you know whether they really can help you out and with that time that you need.
Definitely. And I have to add something, because you made an outstanding point. I think especially with our community, sometimes we are afraid to ask for help because it seems like it's a weakness. But that's how we become stronger, as we ask for help, because at one point in time, we've all been there behind the stage. I mean, at one point in time, Diddy was a dancer. Everyone has a start, but it's always where you finish at. I mean, so let's not stop worrying about how somebody's going to view me if I ask for help, because at the end of the day, this is all about defining legacies. And as you said, time is our most, valuable commodity and asset. So when we're gone, where are we going to leave that legacy? What will our legacy be?
Yes.
When we're on that deathbed, are we going to say woulda, coulda, or shoulda? Or are we going to say, you know what, I actually did that?
And see, and now you said something else, and now I have to ask you this real quick, because, I'm one of those who I tell people the same thing over and over, and I get tired of repeating it, because honestly, redundancy is my hell. I don't know. But at any rate, I'd like to get other people to tell them, because I feel like maybe I've fallen short somewhere, and maybe that's why they're not getting it or not applying it. Maybe I didn't say it in the way it needed to be said. So with that being said, some people say, oh, you just dig in a hole and you dig in a knife and twist it. So let me dig in a knife and twist it real quick. But it's because you said legacy, and you started talking about legacy. And this is one of the things that I step on people's toes with, because when I explain to people about the legacy, they usually, well, my kids are my legacy. I'm like, hell no, your kids are not your legacy. It's like you're not even your parents' legacy. You don't do every single thing your parents say do. You don't even agree with every single thing. So how can you say that you're carrying on their legacy when you're not even carrying on their words or making sure that their work is put forward and done and accessible to posterity? So it's like, no, that's how you establish a legacy. You have to create things that can be left here for future generations. That's a legacy. The legacy is not your kids. Or do you disagree? For people who say my legacy is my kids, what do you say to them? But they still want to do other stuff. But when you mention legacy there, but my legacy is my kids.
To me, I think you can look at it a couple of different ways. If you have nothing to leave behind, what is your legacy? I mean, leaving kids behind is part of the legacy, but I think a bigger part of that, if you leave your kids in debt, if you leave them with nothing, how do they really create a legacy? Because there's nothing to build upon a legacy. So I definitely think it's about leaving that real estate, leaving that business behind. I mean, it's to me like what do we create? And I'm a big believer, and I say this, some people disagree, but if you go back to the civil rights movement, I truly feel back then in the civil rights movement, individuals had less but did more. In today's times, we have more, but we are doing less. And I think it's because we've been brainwashed, and hence why, I had this thing is like, man, I have to push Key Group out because of the mere fact that we're really struggling. but we are so talented. If you even look back in the day, the things that we created, we've always been very creative. So why don't we have, more CEOs? Why don't we have more businesses? Why don't we support one another? And it's because of we don't ask questions and we don't know, but we want to fake the funk like we know. And so Key Group to me is about giving people the keys so you can unlock that talent. Make sure there's no longer that dream deferred. It's if you have that dream, let's make it reality. And again, it's no judgment, but it's all about building that legacy and that what are you leaving behind?
Yes, yes. And for those people who already have their businesses established or even who have multiple businesses, but still haven't quite achieved their main goal, whether that main goal is to grow it to 100 employees or to make their first million or even to just be able to quit their main job, whatever their main goal is, but they still haven't reached it. What is it that you advise that they do immediately?
I always tell people in a situation like that, never stray too far away from your passion, and also be flexible. And I always say be flexible because a lot of times you'll have a client come to you that's not your niche, but you have to do that. But also when you're looking at growth is one of those things that can work for you or against you. Grow at a smart pace. Because if you grow too fast, you'll look down the road as like, I grew too quick, and now I need to start, backing off of that. I have to start letting people go. But sometimes we want to keep up with the Joneses and grow too quick. Grow at a pace that's relevant for you. When we start focusing too much on that dollar, that's when I think we lose that passion. Again, know why you got into that business, know what you're trying to accomplish, and also reach out to other individuals because, I know you asked me a question, I may be going to the left here, but reach back out to our community who has been, locked up for, some crazy charges, whether it was marijuana, whatever it is, disproportionate charges. Get them into it as well because we always keep talking about how do we improve the community. We as entrepreneurs are part of improving the community by hiring individuals that have went through things to give them opportunity. So, again, follow your passion, grow smartly, reach back out. And to go back to your question, legacy, man, as an entrepreneur, you're only on that stage for so long. But if you reach one, teach one, you're on that stage a little longer because somebody else comes behind you.
Yes. And people, and also don't feel like for any senior citizens that they're retired, they don't want to be bothered with business. No, seniors love to share the knowledge they have, and we really have the largest generation with the baby boomers who are here, and a lot of people are overlooking the tacit knowledge that they have. And so not only learn from your peers and learn from people who are doing what you want to do, but also those senior citizens that you have access to. Run things by them too because, like you said, each one teach one. And we know that the knowledge we have is only compounded by the knowledge that those who taught us what we know have. So definitely each one teach one, and definitely try to glean any knowledge that you can from any field that's within your community. Don't think that there's not a single group you cannot learn anything from. And now, and people do keep in mind now, like I told you before, Key Group has helped literally over the past 10 years. They have helped everyone from, religious and educational institutions, as well as, of course, nonprofit organizations and small businesses, literally unlock their growth potential. And this has been going on year after year, client after client. And so do know that the information that you're getting, you really, like I tell you, don't let it fall on deaf ears and don't be a forgetful listener. So make sure that you apply what it is you're getting because this man has been helping so many people for so long. And for him to take out this time to share this information with you, please don't let it be in vain. And now let me ask you again, Mr. Allen, now what process does any particular new client need to follow in order to retain Key Group? Say someone is like, I have a small business or a nonprofit or a religious or educational institution that I've created and, I need your assistance. What process do they need to follow to hire your firm?
I used to tell individuals, go to my website or give me a call, shoot me an email, and if you don't mind, I'll put that information out and then
yes, do that. That website is keygroup.llc.com, KEYGROUPLLC.com, and yes, share your phone number as well as email with them.
Sure. Feel free also to reach out, to me on my admin who answers the phone. Area code 725-333-2043. Again, 725-333-2043. If it's email, info@keygroupllc.com. Again, info@keygroupllc.com. And essentially, if you reach out, just because of, our connection, the love you've always showed me, I'm essentially giving everybody like a free 30-minute consultation. I mean, just off the strength of what we're doing, because I want to see more dreams become reality. I want to make sure that if someone's been thinking about doing something, that because of you and our strength and our love, we make that happen.
Thank you. Articulation Radio appreciates that. I Got It Stage appreciates that. And I know that all of our listeners appreciate that as well, because that is a very valuable commodity. People, before you call, and give them that number again.
Area code 725-333-2043.
Before you dial that number, pull out a piece of paper and immediately jot down those questions that you're like, oh, I know I'm going to ask this hour, I can remember. No. Even if you can remember, baby, that's fine. That's all well and good. But I need you to pull out a piece of paper, write down the questions you already have. That will free up your mind so that new questions can come to mind. You'll be like, oh, yeah, I want to know that too. Once you have gone through that and wait and call the next day to give your brain a chance to come up with any new things, then you dial that number and go down that list, because you want to optimize this time that you're going to have. 30 minutes will fly by fast if you're having someone to repeat the same thing a million times, but 30 minutes won't be long enough. If you have a whole list of questions and you get them all answered, and then the person says some other stuff, you're like, oh, I want to talk more. So, yeah, you have your, so that you can be sure to get everything covered, people, before you dial that number. And now, KL, before I let you go, I got to do one quick little dig in the people, and then I'll ask you one last question. Now, what tips would you give to those listeners of Articulation Radio who feel like what they have and what they're going to do, oh, it is so great that it's going to immediately pop off, and that they don't have to spend no money? They are, even if whether they want to start a business or put out a book or release a movie, whatever it is, the people going to come, the money going to come. They ain't got to spend no money. They ain't got to sacrifice no time, because God got them, and they ain't got to do nothing. But want it. So what tips would you give to those people who think that it's going to happen without them doing anything?
I always tell people to prepare for the worst, and it's a struggle.
Smart. Yeah, that's a good
it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those things. You think something's going to happen, most likely the opposite will happen. But at the same time, you're thinking about putting out that book, putting out that product, somebody else is probably already ahead of you. So you have to think about that. So be very strategic. Find guidance. One of the things we talk about in the Real Keys of Entrepreneurship is make sure you get an advisory board, so that way you have people to, just to help you push this product out. But again, realize the struggle is real. That's why we always talk about the entrepreneurs, because everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, but not everybody is willing to the grind to make it work, because this is hard. We just make it look good, but you don't understand the struggle. Every book you read about an entrepreneur starts this way. Chapter 1, oh my God, I lost my job, and chapter 2 is, oh,
right,
I'm a millionaire.
Crazy?
It doesn't work that way. It's literally usually chapter 1 is oh man, I left my job, I want to do this. Chapter 2 is oh my God, I'm broke. 3, man, what's going to happen
did I get
next?
Into?
4, yeah, I'm going back into corporate America. And then maybe chapter 20, 25 is when you're oh, my tax accountant said it's not a hobby anymore. I'm actually making money.
Right.
That's the difference.
So true. And I know your time is tight, and I so appreciate you. But my last question to you is, what is there that you would like to be sure to say to the listeners of Articulation Radio that you haven't yet had the chance to express?
If you want to start something, if you're tired of that corporate job, if you're tired of that bondage, or you want to do something different, create another stream of income, reach out. I don't want to hear another dream being deferred. I put a lot of work into what we do to make it easier for people to follow that blueprint. So let's remove the excuses. We have one life to live it to the fullest. And at the end of the day, if you're looking for the keys and you're ready, reach out and we'll make it happen for you, with you.
Yes. And people, head on over, if you've not already done so, head over to keygroupllc.com. That's keygroupllc.com. And be sure to even go to the contact page. drop them a little note on the forum and everything. Mr. Allen will get back with you. He also shared with you the direct dial to him as well as the email, and he's about to share that with you again.
725-333-2043. Email info@Key Group LLC. All social media at Key Group LLC.
All right, people. Now, the ball is in your court, or the balls, all different types, whatever sport it is, even if all you're doing is backgammon, whatever chess, whatever it is, whatever game you're playing, whatever activity you're involved in, whatever dreams it is that you're actually having that you want to manifest, then definitely set aside that time and make the call, shoot over the email, go to the website, you have the opportunity, and of course he's more than willing to help you. So it literally is just you. So what you gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and I thank you, Mr. Allen. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and would love to have you to come back.
Sounds like a plan.
Thank you. And now, let me ask you real quick. Do you have any upcoming events? Will Key Group be having any local events there in Cincinnati that's coming up this summer that the people need to know about?
Actually, we have something great that's about to drop in the next month. I mentioned it earlier. We call it the Real Keys to Entrepreneurship. It's actually going to be online. So if anyone wants to, opposed to doing one-on-one sessions, this will be released pretty soon. So when I come back on the show, I'll actually do a special offer just for your listeners. And so we will drop a special rate then for the Real Keys to Entrepreneurship, the starter keys for individuals looking to get started, the master keys for individuals that's ready to take it to the next level, and your personal, your spiritual keys coming soon.
Yes. Juicy. Articulation Radio loves KL Allen and KeyGroupLLC.com, and I know y'all do too. So let me go ahead and play a couple more songs for you guys, and we're going to keep this show rolling, please.
You just heard Attention Span by Aiden Cole. Up next is Doing Me Right by Goddess Sage with music by the Force One Network, Their Voyage to the Motherland. That will be followed by Wish I by Gloria Tells and Sunshine Road by Martin Goffin.
Articulation Radio, thanks you so much for listening. So head on over right now to articulationmedia.club and let us know your thoughts on today's episode. In the meantime, we're going to keep the show rolling for you.
and me right tonight on the 100-watt light tonight. Doing me right, taking me, talking to me, telling me how your days been, being my friend and my night. On the 100-watt light tonight, you and me right tonight. On the 100-watt light, I am overtaken by silence when my thoughts are you. Think that you are my dreams just come true. Wearing your body while you're holding mine tight, giving me love, adoration, trust, and respecting me, doing everything right. You and me right tonight on the 100-watt light tonight. You and me right tonight on the 100-watt light tonight. You and me right, taking me, talking to me, tickling me, playing with me, not playing me, but praising me, engaging me and engaging me, doing me right tonight on the 100-watt light. On the 100-watt light tonight, 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 doing me
Are you single and seeking a lifestyle club that's centered around you? Go to sittingroom.xyz to register today. Sittingroom.xyz, where sexy singles socialize. Get merchandise and event invites by joining us at sittingroom.xyz today.
Wish I could keep you a little bit longer, could make us feel a little bit stronger. Wish I didn't have to go and close the door. Imagine you without me shakes me to the core. Yeah. And you find another beautiful flower, and I go ahead and compare myself to her. But I'm not no other, so I I even bother? We can't go back to what we were. Goodbye, my love. Our time is up. God knows we tried. This is our last goodbye. Goodbye, my love. Our time is up. God knows we tried. This is our last goodbye. Oh, wish I could keep you a little bit longer. Could make us feel a little bit stronger. Oh, ooh, wish I didn't have to go and close the door. Imagine you without me shakes me to the core. Oh, and you find another beautiful flower, and I go ahead compare myself to her. But I'm like no other, so why do I bother? We can't go back to what we were. Goodbye, my love. Our time is up. God knows we tried. This is our last goodbye. Goodbye, my love. Our time is up. God knows we tried. This is our last goodbye. This is our last goodbye. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, got the door to now. This is our last goodbye. Goodbye, my love. God knows we tried. Yeah. Our time is up. Our time is up. This is our last This is our last goodbye. Ooh yeah, last goodbye. Ooh yeah.
Weddings are expensive, but your love is worth it. Go to marryusnow.us to book the Minister of Love to officiate your wedding today. The fee is only $200 if your wedding is in the city of Chicago, and there's only a small fee to get the Minister of Love to travel outside of Chicago to your wedding location. Book the Minister of Love today. Visit marryusnow.us. That's marryusnow.us.
Articulation Radio appreciates you so much for tuning in today, and I, Goddess Sage, especially appreciates you for tuning in. Be sure to, in the meantime, before you catch us on our next episode of Articulation Radio, do the things that you need to do to move forward with the things that you want to move forward on. No more excuses, okay? Keep being a doer, keep being a move maker, and keep being exemplary.
Articulation Radio. Articulationmedia.club. How long have you been sitting on that manuscript? It's time to move it forward. Stop talking. Beingpublished.org. 972-880-8316. Articulation Radio. Articulationmedia.club.